There's a place in Japan called Okinawa where people have been living past 100 years for a really long time. Around here, very few people make it past 100, but in Okinawa, hardly anyone dies before 100 from natural causes. In fact, you'll find people in their 80s still working hard in the fields. Some writers explored this culture in a book called Ikigai and looked into what exactly these people are doing that helps them live so long. They don't get sick much and live well into old age. I'm pretty fit and active too. This book covers a lot of health aspects like yoga, physical activity, and work-life culture. But in this video, we'll specifically look at the eating habits in this culture. We'll see how people here eat in a way that not only helps them live longer but also keeps them healthier so they can keep working in the fields even in old age. First, you need to understand how food is digested in your body and is the food in your body really digesting or rotting? Digestion actually starts right in your mouth. The saliva produced in your mouth breaks down the starch present in food. So if you're eating a starch-based diet like fruits or potatoes, a big part of it gets digested right in your mouth. When you chew your food properly and swallow it, the food goes down your esophagus into your stomach. Once the food reaches your stomach, it releases three enzymes: hydrochloric acid, mucus, and pepsin. Pepsin helps break down the protein in your food, but it needs an acidic environment to work, which is provided by hydrochloric acid. Now, since hydrochloric acid is a really strong acid that can harm your stomach also releases mucus that surrounds and protects its inner walls. If the mucus decreases or the hydrochloric acid increases, this acid can start damaging the inner walls of your stomach. Sometimes we get sores in our stomach called ulcers. When these three enzymes enter the stomach, it starts a churning action. It shrinks and then expands. This helps the enzymes mix thoroughly with the food so it digests properly. The important thing to understand here is that if you eat until you're completely full, your stomach doesn't get the chance to do this churning properly. As a result, the food just sits there for a long time and starts to rot. That's why they say you should never eat until you're totally full. You should always leave a little bit of space so the food can move around in your stomach. After staying there for about 4 to 5 hours, your food moves out and goes into the small intestine. Here, it meets bile juice, which is produced in your liver. Bile juice helps digest the fat present in your food. Besides that, there are juices from the pancreas and intestines that work on digesting proteins. The intestines have a movement called peristalsis, which helps push the food forward. That's why being active is super important. When you do physical activities, it helps your intestines move more easily. The walls of your small intestine absorb nutrients from your food and send them to your blood cells. The food that doesn't get digested properly turns into waste and moves to your large intestine, and then it leaves your body. Now that you understand how digestion works, let's see how you can improve your eating habits. And this is the best part of the video. This part is super important, so listen carefully. Number 1, chew your food well. Like we've seen, digestion actually starts in your mouth. If you don't chew your food properly, the starch in your food won't digest well. Also, your stomach does this churning action that mixes all the enzymes with the food really well. Now imagine if you didn't chew properly and some solid bits of food went straight to your stomach. Those enzymes won't mix with your food properly. You won't be able to digest it properly, and the solid food won't break down well. Plus, it won't get absorbed properly in your small intestine, meaning you won't get the nutrients you're supposed to from that food. So, eating it or not eating it makes no difference. That's why you should always chew your food properly. People on Onwa Island sit and eat for a whole hour. According to Ayurveda, you should chew your food at least 32 times, so all the solid particles break down and mix well with your saliva. So basically, you shouldn't just eat your food, you should actually drink it. You need to chew your food so much that it turns into liquid right in your mouth. Number 2, don't overeat. We think that eating more will give us more energy and keep us healthy. But that's not true. It's said that you should only eat up to 80% of your capacity. You see, there's a churning activity in your stomach where enzymes mix with your food. Imagine your stomach is completely full of food and there's no space at all, so your stomach will have trouble churning the food properly. the enzymes won't mix well, and instead of digesting, your food will just rot. When food rots, it causes acidity and bad breath, so never eat until you're completely full. Number 3. Don't drink water right after eating. If you've ever had rasna as a kid, you know you add only a little water. Adding too much makes it taste bland. Water dilutes everything and makes it less effective. When water gets mixed in milk, it becomes thin, and when water mixes with acid, it becomes less effective. As we've seen, our stomach releases a lot of enzymes, and if we drink water right after eating, these enzymes get diluted and don't work as well, so our food doesn't digest properly. Ayurveda says that after eating, a digestive fire, called Jatha Agni, burns in our stomach to help digest the food. If you drink water right after eating, this fire gets put out and digestion slows down. So avoid drinking water for at least half an hour after your meal. Number 4, do some kind of physical activity, okay? People in Nava don't work out just to stay fit long term. They actually work, and that's why they stay fit for a long time. Even today, people there don't use technology to do their daily tasks. They prefer to do things by hand. The problem with our generation is that we spend the whole day sitting around, and because of that, our blood circulation gets bad. Our intestines don't get the peristaltic movement they need, which makes it hard for food to move through properly, causing digestive issues. Sometimes things don't get processed on time, so it's important to try and stay a bit active throughout the day. Use the stairs instead of the lift, walk or bike to the market, or park your car a little farther away so you can walk. If you're just passing time on your phone, try doing it while walking instead of lying in bed. Number 5, eat fibrous food. When you eat an apple, after a while, all the juice is gone and only the fiber is left in your mouth. This fiber helps improve your digestion. Green vegetables and fruits have a lot of fiber. When you get enough fiber, your digestive system works smoothly and your digestion improves. If you're eating apples with the peel or just drinking the juice, it won't fully clean out your system. So always try to include some fibrous stuff in your diet. People used to eat less of it, so try to eat less of things like sugar and stuff that didn't even exist before 1900. Avoid processed foods as much as possible. They all fall into this category. And junk food comes in too. If you follow this simple rule, you won't have any tree-related problems, you'll live longer, and stay healthy and fit. So agree with me on this by writing "Yes, I will" in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with everyone. And if you're still watching this video, make sure to like it so I know how many people watched it till the end. I'll sleep